Are you struggling with mocking a React component in Jest? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into how to effectively mock components with props so you can focus on what really matters in your tests. I totally get it. When you're testing a component that relies on Redux or other dependencies, it can feel overwhelming. You want to isolate your tests, but those pesky warnings about unknown props can really throw a wrench in your plans. Here's the situation we're tackling today. One user asked how to mock a React component that receives props without causing warnings. They shared their code structure and expressed frustration over the warnings that pop up when using Jest's mock method. Sound familiar? Let's break it down together. So what's happening here? When you mock a component that normally receives props, React gets upset if you don't handle those props correctly. This can lead to warnings that clutter your test output and make it harder to focus on what matters. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear solution to mock your components without the hassle of warnings. Plus, I'll share a bonus tip that will make your testing life even easier. To begin solving this issue, the user can create a mock component that ignores any props passed to it. This can be done by defining a simple functional component that returns null. Next, the user should use Jest's mock function to replace the original component with this mock component. This will prevent any warnings related to unknown props. Alternatively, if the user wants to return a React component that can accept props, they can create a mock component that simply logs the props it receives. Finally, the user should ensure that their tests are set up correctly to utilize this mock component. They can now run their tests without worrying about the child component's implementation. Fun fact, did you know that mocking in testing is like using a stunt double in movies? It allows you to focus on the main action without worrying about the details. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by a user involves mocking multiple exports from a component. They suggest using Jest's mock function to return an object with the desired exports. For example, if you have components A and B, you can mock them like this. Return A as true and B as a functional component that returns an empty fragment. For further details, you can refer to the blog post linked in the description, which provides more insights on mocking React components with Jest. Now, let's dive into a different answer from another user. One user shared their experience with mocking a React component. They encountered a case sensitivity issue when trying to mock the component. The file name was autosuggest.js, but they were mocking it with the wrong case, which caused the mock to fail. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative solution provided by a user involves creating a mock component that accepts props but ignores them. This mock component wraps the original component and adds a specific prop to indicate it's a mock. Here's the bonus tip I promised. Always keep your mock components simple. The less complexity, the fewer issues you'll run into during testing. This will save you time and headaches in the long run. And there you have it. You now know how to mock React components with props using Jest without the annoying warnings. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks to make your coding life easier.